Not only does Milwaukee suck, but they also completely blow. And I was completely shocked when I went to the Home Depot the other day, as I've been a fan of their M12 battery infrastructure, and I found a couple of tools that I had no idea about. So join me today as we check out the latest additions to my M12 lineup. So if you're not familiar with the Milwaukee M12 lineup, this is a great way to get into some more affordable tools made by Milwaukee that have just enough power for your woodworking. And when I recently made a trip to the Po, I had no idea that not only does Milwaukee make M12 tools, but they also make accessories for those batteries as well. And these are just as affordable as some of their other tools, so I knew I needed to check them out. So let's not waste any more time and dive into some of these incredible pickups. First off, we have the Milwaukee 1.6 gallon M12 wet dry vac. Let's give it a look. Did you hear about that witch that was flying on her broom when she realized all the other witches were flying on vacuum cleaners? She thought to herself, am I the only one that still drives a stick? So this is the item that got me started down this path of checking out these new M12 tools. Not only is this a cordless wet dry vac, but it's also affordable, coming in at today's prices of $139. But probably one of the greatest things about this vacuum is it comes with a free item. That's right, this thing not only comes with one, but two red lithium XC 3.0 batteries, which is an added $129 value for free. So this kit makes an excellent startup unit if you want to check out the M12 battery infrastructure. But let's open up this box and see what it comes with. So once this thing's out of the box, all you're going to find is the vacuum itself, which means that all those accessories are stored inside. So let's open this thing up and see what it comes with. Inside the top of this vacuum, you're going to find 4 items: a crevice tool, a wall mount, a utility nozzle, and a flexible hose. But there's also a secondary compartment on the bottom of this vacuum. If we flip the latch on the front and the back of the vacuum, you can see it reveals a HEPA filter. And that, along with the 2 free batteries, covers all the accessories that come with this tool. Now let's take a tour of the vacuum itself. Let's start off at the top. One of the first things you'll notice is it has a retractable handle so that you can carry this thing with you wherever you go. And the weight on this thing is really pretty nice. With all those accessories and the battery in place, it just weighs about 10 pounds, 7 ounces. Right below that handle, you're going to find the power button with 2 settings, low and high. And there's even a fuel gauge or battery indicator right next to that switch, so you know exactly what your charge is. Now you may have noticed that when this thing runs, it's pretty quiet. Now Milwaukee claims 87 decibels, and when I put my decibel reader right next to it, it's pretty accurate. If we look at the sides of the vacuum, you'll notice that there's 2 ports, one for the suction and one for the blower. So depending on what side you place your hose, it can accommodate both functions. And the last thing I want to cover on the exterior of this vacuum is located on the back, and this involves that mounting bracket. This mounting bracket latches onto the back of the vacuum at the very top, and with just a few screws to the mounting bracket, you can place your vacuum wherever you need it. Now let's open up that top and take a look at what's going on the inside of this vacuum. One of the first things you'll notice with this tool is that every accessory that comes with a vacuum has onboard storage, including a place to store that hose itself. But the hose isn't the only thing with perfectly fitted placement. If we remove that hose, you can see that the crevice tool is located right underneath. And if we look at the top left-hand corner of the unit, you'll also notice there's a perfect spot for that utility nozzle as well. And just below that nozzle storage, you're going to find the battery outlet. And the nice thing about this vacuum is not only will it take the larger M12 batteries, but it will also take those smaller M12 batteries. And if we pull that hose out through the side of the vacuum, you can see there's a small notch on the side that perfectly fits that hose. And once everything's in place, you're ready to clean up, whether you use the hose itself, the utility nozzle, or the crevice tool. But does this thing really suck? Well, sure, it can do stuff like sawdust, but can it pick up heavier items like nuts and bolts? Well, I think you'll be quite surprised at what this thing can pick up, and anything that can handle these nuts and bolts is strong enough for my shop. So a pretty impressive little unit powered just by those M12 batteries. But what about the accessories? Well, that's where we need to get into our next item. This next item is the Milwaukee Air Tip Utility Nozzle. Let's give it a quick look. Speaking of tips, here's a pro tip for you. Always make sure that it says Made in the USA when you purchase your Viagra. If it says Made in Moscow, you run the risk of Russians meddling with your erections. So this interesting little accessory is something that instantly converts a regular shop vac into a regular vacuum. And this item, once again, is powered by those same M12 batteries, whether using the larger ones or the smaller ones. So let's take this thing out of the box and see what it's all about. So one of the reasons I got this new accessory is so that I could use this new shop vac outside of the shop, as this is perfect for cleaning up upholstery with its bristles on the very tip of the tool. But let's take a quick tour of this utility nozzle so that we can see exactly how it works. One of the first things things you'll notice is the unique port that you attach to your vacuum. This thing is designed so that you can accommodate a variety of different types of vacuums, including vacuums with 1 1/4, 1 7/8, and 2.5 inch ports, which means that I can attach this thing to larger shop vacs like my rigid shop vac and even smaller vacuums like my Festool. And of course, it does fit Milwaukee vacuums quickly and easily. If we look at the top of the unit, you'll see there's a battery port where you can attach any style M12 battery. Now let's take a look at the base of the vacuum head, as this has got a couple of unique features as well. First off, it's got a rotating faceplate that adjusts to the angle of your floor to give you full suction. But even more impressive than that, it's got a toolless brush replacement feature. If we flip this little switch on the bottom, you can easily remove that brush, assuring you this vacuum head can be used for years and years. If we look on the side of the shaft of the utility nozzle, you'll see there's a suction control valve. By having the valve in the lower position, it will give the tool more suction, and you can reduce this suction by raising that valve. Now let's place an M12 battery into the tool and take a look at the front. This is where you're going to find 3 interesting features with this item. The first thing that you'll notice is a little black button on the top, which is the power button. By depressing this button, it turns the tool on and off, initiating the bristles to agitate the surface that you're trying to clean. And you probably noticed as I pressed that button, something else happened, as there's an LED light on the very front to light your way. And finally, just like other M12 tools, there's a fuel gauge right underneath that on and off switch to give you an indication of what your charge is at. And although the price of this thing is a little bit salty at just under 80 bucks, it's still cheaper than buying a whole vacuum. And my wife has already been asking about this, as she loves to keep her car clean. And for me, all of these features make this a must-have accessory for any shop vac. But that's not the only accessory I picked up for this new vacuum. Let's move on to our next. This is the Air Tip Flexible Reach Crevice Tool. Not to brag, cuz, but I've satisfied every waitress that's ever served me. Yeah, with just the tip. Now this is a pretty basic vacuum accessory with a twist, and you can't beat the price of just under 15 bucks. Now the reason I got this item is because I wasn't all that impressed with the size and the length of the crevice tool that came with my shop vac. So I thought I'd step it up a bit with this Air Tip Crevice Tool. Once we get this thing out of the box, you can begin to see why I like this tool. First off, this thing is considerably larger. In fact, it's twice as big as the other crevice tool, coming in at 16 inches versus the 8. But even more importantly than that, Milwaukee has once again outdone themselves with a port that attaches to your dust collection hose. Once again, this hose can accommodate 1 1/4, 1 7/8, as well as 2.5 inch hoses, which means that this thing can be used with some of your most common shop vacs, including my rigid as well as my Festool. But none of that has to do with why I got this accessory, as I got this accessory for the very tip of the tool. Unlike most crevice tools that have a rigid tip and can't twist and turn, this thing's got a rubber one, which means it has some flexibility to get into those hard to reach places, like underneath your workbench. And the flexibility of this tip is really quite impeccable. In fact, you can get this thing to move over 90 degrees in either direction. And not only left to right, but also up and down at about 60 degrees, allowing you to get into some of those hard to reach spots that probably haven't been cleaned in years. And it's this type of flexibility that could not only be great for your shop, but also for your car. Next up, we have another shop vac accessory that you may not have for your shop. This is the Air Tip Claw Utility Nozzle with brushes. Speaking of tips, I just got a new job at the zoo circumcising elephants. The pay's not great, but man, the tips are huge. So I don't know why it is, but whenever you purchase a shop vac, this is an attachment that you never seem to get. Sure, you may get a nozzle that's similar, but they never seem to have the brushes on the end. And for me, this is potentially one of the greatest attachments you could have for woodworking. And that's because the bristles on the end of this attachment provide just enough airflow to prevent your hose from getting caught on your workpiece. Not only that, but those bristles will help agitate your surface, getting that stubborn sawdust and those wood chips right off your surface. And unlike many shop vac attachments that have a small frame that attach directly to your hose, this thing's got an ergonomic design. Not only does this attachment have a 14-inch length away from the hose, but it also has a slight angle to it and an ergonomic grip to give you support as you're doing your cleaning. And just like the other Milwaukee tools we've taken a look at, it's got that unique port that can accommodate different size hoses. So whether you use a standard 2.5 inch hose or a tiny little Festool hose, this thing can accommodate it. So how much does this thing cost? Well, surprisingly, not that much. At less than $15, I think this is definitely worth adding to your shop vac toolkit. And it's because of this tool's amazing flexibility and dust collection power that I think it's a must-have for any woodworking shop. I think I've proven my point that Milwaukee Milwaukee definitely sucks, but doesn't blow. To figure this out, we need to take a look at our final tool. But before we do that, I ask you to do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, and share this video, as it really does help out this woodworking channel. Also, if you haven't already, check out my website, Flynndogwoodwork.com, where you can get access to all sorts of fun woodworking accessories like all the t-shirts that I wear in my videos, and I've just released some new models. And if any of the tools we take a look at today interest you, I'll leave links in the description below so that you can go check them out for yourself. And finally, if you'd like to support the channel further, check out my channel memberships where you can get early access to all my videos as well as one member video a week. Now let's check out our last item. This is the Milwaukee M12 compact spot blower. Let's give it a quick look. Leaf blowers are dangerous cuz if you point that thing up at the sky, it tends to blow up. So if you don't have one of these in your shop, you're going to want one after this video, as it takes a larger leaf blower and shrinks it down to size. Not to mention, these little blowers are quite affordable. In fact, this one costs less than $100. So why did I get this Milwaukee blower? As you probably know from a previous video, I had just gotten a Ryobi one a couple of months ago. Well, the truth is, it's been commandeered by my wife and kids, as they absolutely love that thing with its smaller size. So I thought I'd give this new Milwaukee one a try, especially since in the shop I have more M12 batteries at this point than Ryobi batteries. But let's get this thing out of the box and see what it comes with. So inside the box, you're going to get 4 items, 3 of which are actually nozzles that attach directly to the blower, including an extension nozzle, a rubber nozzle, as well as a wide sweeping nozzle. And finally, the last item is obviously the blower itself. Let's take a closer look at this blower. One of the first things I noticed with this tool is the fan placement on the blower, as it's located on the very back of the tool. Now this may not seem like a big deal, but it actually is, as this was one of my biggest complaints with the Ryobi blower. Since the air intake is on the side of the Ryobi, it was constantly sucking up against the side of my leg and blocking the blower. And with that intake blocked, it loses almost all of its blowing power. But since the Milwaukee is in the back, it's never going to get stuck to your leg. So what are the specs with this blower? Well, they're actually pretty good, with 110 mph wind speed and 175 CFM. But let's start to take a closer look at the blower by taking a look at the handle. At the very back of the handle, you're going to find the battery port, and this will once again accept either the smaller or larger M12 batteries. With the battery attached, we can now take a look at the trigger of the tool. This is actually a variable speed blower, and the more you press the trigger, the more it blows. But that's not the only way you can control the airflow of this blower. If we look at the very top of the handle, you'll see there's 2 settings, with one being the slower setting and 2 being the highest, and you can actually hear the change in the fan speed once you flip the switch. If we look right above that speed switch, you're going to find the fuel gauge, which is once again just a battery indicator. And finally, the last feature on the handle is the fan lock. By simply depressing this black button, it will lock the fan in place. And when you're ready to stop the fan, simply depress the button again and it will come to a stop. Now let's take a look at how we can attach all 3 of those different nozzles. If we look inside any one of the nozzles, you'll see there's a little pin that slides right into the blower and is locked into place with a simple turn. And if you install the extension nozzle, the tips slide right into place in the same fashion. And with the tip and the extension installed, the tool sits at about 25 inches long, which is quite a bit longer than my Ryobi, which has a footprint of about 21 inches. But what if I were to tell you you can make that Milwaukee even shorter than the Ryobi? Well, you actually can, and this is something that differentiates this Milwaukee blower from a lot of others. All you need to do is to remove that extension nozzle. Since the tips and the extension have that same pin design, you can actually attach the tips directly to the blower, creating, in my opinion, one of the most powerful blowers available with a footprint of just 15 inches. And with such a small footprint like this, it makes it a breeze to clean up your shop. And because of the flexibility, affordability, and the smaller footprint of this blower, I think this is a great pickup for any workshop. Well, once again, I think you can agree that Milwaukee does indeed blow, and I had a lot of fun checking out all these amazing Milwaukee M12 tools and accessories. Before we wrap up today's video, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, and share this video, as it truly does help out this woodworking channel. Also, be sure to check out my website, Flynndogwoodwork.com, where you can get access to all sorts of fun woodworking accessories like all the t-shirts that I wear in my videos. And once again, I just released some new models. And if any of these M12 tools or the accessories we took a look at today interest you, I'll leave links in the description below so that you can go check them out for yourself. And finally, if you'd like to support the channel further, check out my channel memberships in the description below, where you get early access to all my videos as well as one member video a week. Until next time, take care as always. Yes, sir. Let's get it. So when 2 people have sex, it's called a twosome. When 3 people have sex, it's called a threesome. Now I know why they call me handsome. Now let's try this one. So I went to the fall festival the other day and went to the cow tent to get a glass of milk. When the lady ran my credit card, she asked me how much I wanted to tip. I told her I thought cow tipping was illegal. All right, last try. So I sat on a head of lettuce the other day and got it stuck way up in there. I had to go to the doctor to get it checked out. When the doctor looked disgusted at the leaf that was sticking out my rear, I told him that's just the tip of the iceberg.